you have something special. You have something special in you. There's something that you want to do that you haven't done. There's somebody that you want to be that you haven't become. There's some dream that you want to accomplish that simply doesn't seem possible. And I'm telling you that the harvest is here and the time is now, and it is your season to win. Now, there are probably too many things to count that I have taught you over these years we've spent together. For some of you, we've been together for 30 years. For others of you, 15, 10 years. For some of you, many of you, we just met during the pandemic. And we spent every single day, morning, noon, and night together, learning, teaching, and learning. The reason why I say learning and teaching is because when you learn, then you teach. That's why several of my students now have careers in life coaching and financial coaching and real income streams that they are able to develop from services and from products and from skills that they've gained and learned. But no matter how long we've been together, and I've taught you every single thing that I could possibly teach you. I know what it means to spend less money, understand budgeting, get more money, understand building streams of income. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I am here for several weeks with 2 serial entrepreneurs. It doesn't get any more serial than Russell Simmons and MC Lyte, okay? In terms of creating businesses, and not just businesses, but I call them increments, businesses that make money, businesses that help people, okay? I have taught everything, how to get your money back with your taxes. I've taught how to make your money grow. I've taught about real estate, life insurance, credit, every single thing you can find a topic on at New Wealth University. And if you don't get it the first time, you could take the class again and again and again. But I have not taught you what I've learned just within the past 24 hours. I have not taught you what wealth really feels like. I've not taught you what it feels like. I've not taught you what it looks like in a system. I've not taught you what it does when everybody in your circle is moving in the same direction. First of all, let me just help you understand this. It took me 23 hours, I think, to fly here. My first flight was, I think, 14 or 15 hours, and my second flight was 4 or 5 hours. Okay, so maybe that's 19 hours of flying. But when you add in time to get to the airport and layovers and transfers, it was felt like about 23 hours. And when I got to Bali, I landed right before midnight Sunday morning. It was still Saturday in the United States, but it was like 11:50 something p.m. Saturday night going into Sunday morning. So by the time I got my luggage and the greeter met us and escorted us from the from getting our luggage to our bags to going through the process of getting our visa and all of that stuff. By the time I got here to the resort, it was a little after, it was after 1 a.m., okay? From 1 a.m. Sunday, Bali time, until the whole day, I did not sleep. We got to the resort. It's so beautiful. It's so incredibly immaculate and meticulous and peaceful and loving. And every single plant, the pool, I'm sitting out here in my villa by the pool. There's, every single thing. We didn't go to sleep. We unpacked, and the people came and brought us food. Now, this is a vegan place, okay? Y'all know I love meat. Y'all know I love chicken, okay? Ham, neck bones, honey, they make it. I love it, okay? The only protein I don't eat is liver. And I probably should eat that, but I don't like liver. But just about everything else you can think of, I like it. And so I am enjoying this experience of what it's going to mean for my body to not process meat for however long I'm here. I am submitting to the process. I'm submitting to the system. I'm submitting to the way. So we eat, we get here. I forget what it is that I ordered. It was a vegetable. I think it was, I think I got some avocado or something and some cabbage. I forget what it was. But then we got unpacked and all that stuff. And then we ate breakfast. And so for breakfast, I had avocado toast. So everything is right here. I can get to Russell Simmons' house like in less than 20 seconds. I could get to all the pieces here on the property. There's a beautiful place to eat and all that stuff. It's just beautiful, wonderful. And he said I could build a house here. Oh, y'all know I'm just too happy. Anyway, I get over there, it's even more beautiful. The grass is beautiful. And I order my avocado toast and my tea, and I put lemon juice in it and all this stuff. And so right after that, Russell's like, it's time to meditate. So we meditated outside. Y'all see him on IG Live meditating outside doing this live. That's where I was too, right there. Then after that, we went to yoga. I didn't know it was hot yoga. Child almost melted. Honey child, a hot yoga almost melted Lynn Richardson away. Y'all wasn't even gonna have nobody to talk to because I thought I was gonna melt. I wanted to give up 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in. And when he said the class was halfway over, 30 minutes in, child, I wanted to kill him and everybody in the room, but I didn't. I kept going. I made it through the class. And then after that, we came over there, got back here, showered again, changed my clothes. Then we went to a dance class, just a beautiful dance class. Then we went and had lunch. And let me tell you what I learned. Wealth is a system. I'm going to tell you something that is so simple, and I want you to get this. While I was eating lunch, and I had a salad. I made my own salad from the salad bar, and it was really good. And I had honey mustard dressing, and I wound up making me a vegan ice cream sundae. It was so delicious, wonderful. And I was thirsty. I wanted some water. And so I said, oh, I need some ice water. Everybody at the table. It was Russell, it was Lyte, several of their friends and colleagues and folks that we met, I met while I've been here. Everybody said, oh no, don't put ice in your water. It won't digest properly. Everybody. You know what that taught me? That people who build wealth together, they learn together, they teach together, they preach together, they love together. Now, I'm not talking about anybody's religion, okay? I'm not talking about that. I am a Christian. I love Jesus Christ. Here, I've met people of the Hindu and Buddhist faith and Muslims, and there are many different religions, even in my own family. So I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about truth and what is in your heart. And wealth is a system. I remember about 7 years ago when I got the first piece of the system, and I recognized that wealthy people operated differently. Wealthy people didn't complain because of a simple mistake. Wealthy people don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. Wealthy people see the glass as neither half empty nor half full, but overflowing. Their energy is good. Their energy is good. Now, there are people out there who are going to say, well, I know all these wealthy people and they do bad things. Let me tell you, everybody does bad things. I do bad things because I'm Lynn Richardson. All right. And because I'm a human being. Okay. Now, when you find perfect people, you're going to be in heaven. So everybody who's ready to go right on, head on, right? And I said that way for a reason. Go right on, head on, if you're looking for perfect people. But while you are here on earth, people are going to be imperfect. People are going to make mistakes. People are going to have bad thoughts. People are going to say things that aren't necessarily nice. And people are sometimes going to do things that are not nice to themselves and to others. And I don't care about any of that. I don't have a hell or heaven to put anybody into. What I care about is intention. And I care about your heart. And I care about how you correct yourself. But what I was saying is wealthy people do not sweat the small stuff. How many times have you sweated the small stuff? How many times have you tried to enroll in a class or something and it didn't go right the first time you tried and you got irritated and pissed off? How many times have you said, and I'm going to say this because we're always talking about support of Black business, but the second a Black business does anything wrong, many people say, well, that's why I don't support Black business. Wealthy people don't even discuss that. They don't even discuss that. But more importantly, what I learned just in these past 24 hours is that everybody is operating on the same system. Everybody is feeding their bodies well. If you want to be wealthy, you got to get physical health in order too. You got to take care of your physical health. One thing at a time. I know it's hard putting down that sweet potato pie. I know it's hard to putting that cheesecake down. I know you don't want to stop eating fried chicken. I get it. I understand. I have been there. I've done it, and I'm still doing it. And I'm not saying cut it all out. I'm saying moderation. But wealthy people feed their bodies, because wealthy people understand that when your body is operating correctly, then your mind has the ability to produce expansively. Let me repeat. When your body is operating correctly, your mind has the ability to produce expansively. I believe it was President Theodore Roosevelt, either Theodore Roosevelt or Franklin Delano Roosevelt, one of the two. Don't mess me, don't get too mad at me. I forget which one it is, okay? I'm going from memory. But it's one of them that was very sickly as a young child, brilliant in the mind, but sick as a young child. And his father told him, he said, your mind is brilliant, but your frail body will not take you as far as your mind wants to go. How many of you have a mind that will not take you? You have a body that will not take you as far as your mind wants to go. Let me repeat. How many of you have a body that will not take you as far as your mind wants to go? Your mind wants to go, but your body is saying, this is all I can do. Your mind is saying, I got more things to produce, but your body is saying, I can't even hold this. I can't hold my weight. I can't hold this toxic energy. I can't hold any of it. So they feed their bodies so that their minds can be more open and more clear to produce. Produce what? You don't even know what God has for you next. You don't even know what's in store for you. You don't even know what is in the books for you. You don't even know. You don't even know, because you didn't create yourself. And because you didn't create yourself, you don't even have the capacity to know what it is that you have to do. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to say my biggest breakthrough, because I keep having bigger and bigger breakthroughs. And I want you to come and have more and bigger, more expansive breakthroughs with me. But during one of my last biggest breakthroughs, I confessed to the people around me. I said, I'm not even doing all that I can do. And at that point, I had done a lot. I had built many businesses. I had built many multi-million-dollar businesses. I had helped people achieve their dreams. I had set up things that people were only dreaming of, and I'd done it in a short amount of time. And yet I confessed that I wasn't even doing as much as I knew how to do. There were skills that I was still keeping tucked away, because I didn't want to do it. I wasn't teaching at that time. I wasn't teaching anybody anything about money. For me, that was a thing of the past. And so I tapped in and I realized I wasn't doing as much as I could do. But once I started doing at least what I could recognize, then I became aware that I could do even more stuff I didn't even know how to do. I didn't even know I had the capacity for that. I didn't even know I had the ability. But let me tell you what I was. I was humble at that time, and I was submitting to the process. And I asked God, I said, listen, I want you to use me for the purpose for which you made me. Are you really ready to let God use you for the purpose that he made you? Are you ready? You can put your thoughts in the chat. I'm the only one who can see your thoughts in the chat. Are you really ready to let God use you for the purpose for which he made you? Because let me be clear, the purpose that he made you for might not be the one you want to work with yet. The purpose that he made you for might not be the one that you want to struggle for or sacrifice for. The purpose that he made you for, you might not want to do that exercise. For me, sometimes it's the mental exercise that I want to do. Many times, it's the physical exercise that I don't want to do. Many times, it's the things that I don't want to do myself that's stopping me. But once I do them, then I get access. And I just learned something today. I have done things in the past 3 years that I didn't even know I had the capacity to do. And none of it is anything that you can see. There are things that I've had to do behind the scenes that I didn't even know I had the capacity to do or keep doing. Okay? So you're wealthy people. What I've learned here in a real way is they feed their bodies so their minds can produce what it is that God gave them the ability, the will, and the authority. Here's the deal. There is something that you're supposed to do. You have the authority to do it. You have the authority, and no one can take it away from you. I don't care what they did. I don't care how they did it. I don't care how many people other did it. You know how many other financial experts are out here? You know how many other life coaches are out here? Well, none of them do what I do. And I don't do what they do. God bless them. But I know for a fact, there is no place on the globe or the internet it hasn't been created. It's not in Meta. It ain't in Facebook. It's not in Instagram. It is not online. There's nothing been created like New Wealth University that provides the thorough training from beginning to end in so many different areas at the same time for such a low price. It doesn't exist. This is the only place it exists. And if it exists someplace else, they copied it because nobody else had the curriculum that I had. Nobody has the curriculum that I have. So just like I've done something and many more things, you've got something to do as well. So they feed their body so that their minds can produce. But let me tell you what else I learned. And this one is the one, because I'm just like, all right, listen. Everybody's out, okay, and having a good time and eating and dancing. I said, does anybody here have a job? Lynn Richardson got a job, okay? I got a bunch of jobs. You know what everybody said to me? They were working. It just didn't look like it. They were having fun, and their life was fun, and their fun was work. It is time for you to live a life where you can work and have fun at the same time, where when you work, it doesn't feel like work, where when you do what you do, it is not begrudging. Now, let me be very clear with you. That does not mean throw away the job you have right now. And it certainly doesn't mean get depressed. As a matter of fact, God is not promoting powders. So if you have a job, you need to thank him for it right now. I don't care what, if it's paying your bills, if it's giving you a check, if it's helping you to get from point A to point B, thank him for it. The people might be crazy, thank him for it. The task might be beneath you, thank him for it. The task might be too hard, thank him that you're in there anyway. Whatever it is, thank him for it, because you must be excellent in your current job to be blessed with a bigger, better job that has more responsibility and that requires your stewardship, okay? Your job is a gift. You are called to be a good steward over it. If you go into work and you don't do all the tasks you know you're supposed to do, if you lie, you cover, you steal, you cover it up, what do you think is going to happen to you? What I've learned here in Bali is that the people, I'm talking the energy, I'm talking the energy that is filling this place are people who are putting the right thing in their bodies to fuel their mind, and they are having fun, living in purpose. And here's the number one thing that they're doing: helping each other. I have said too many times, the number one reason people are broke, the number one reason people are broken, the number one reason people are not wealthy, the number one reason people have not stopped living check to Monday, the number one reason why people haven't gotten their credit straight, the number one reason people haven't bought their homes, the number one reason why people have not achieved their financial dreams, the number one reason is not financial literacy. It is not how much money you don't have. It is not where you came from. It's the fact that we don't help each other. That cycle is over. It's over. I'm going to teach you everything I know. I'm going to give you access to everything I have. I'm going to bring you everywhere that I am. Everywhere that I am. Now, the resort, the picture that you see on the screen is not the one I'm at now, but I will be there in January. For those who can't make it in January, I will have more coming up. We're going outside. Some of it won't be as expansive as what you see, but we will have opportunities to get together. So I want you to dream right now. Right now. What are you dreaming of? And if your dream, there were times when I used to think about my dream, I would cry because it seemed so far out of reach that thinking about it just made me sad. Thinking about it made me feel as if I hadn't achieved anything. Thinking about it. And now I don't dream anymore. I'm living the dream. I'm living a dream, literally. And I've met so many other people who are also living a dream. And living a dream is when you are walking in purpose and when your faith is fact. You might not have everything you want. Now, let me be clear. I don't have everything that I see. I don't have everything that I desire to have for other people, but I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I know that I'm going to have a resort that people can come to for healing, for truth, and for love, and to do the work. I know that I'm going to have a resort. I know that I'm going to have a wealth university that's going to be a campus. It's going to be part classroom, part rehab. Rehab for people who don't know how to stop spending. Rehab for people who are in toxic relationships. And rehab for people who just want to start all over, hit the reset button and go again and be in their classes. I know it's going to happen. I know that I'm going to create more millionaires and billionaires than anybody has ever created in the history of the world. I know I am, because that's the only reason why I'm teaching wealth. I'm teaching it so others can teach it. So the only way I can achieve my dream is if you achieve yours. How about that? The only way I achieve my dream is if you achieve your dream. The only way I achieve my dream is if you get out of debt. The only way I achieve my dream is if you improve your credit score. The only way I achieve my dream is if you learn those things and teach somebody else. That's the only way. Otherwise, my purpose will not be done. And what I'm telling you, I don't have faith it's going to be done. I don't have belief it's going to be done. It will be done. It is a mathematical fact. 1 + 1 = 2. Lynn Richardson plus you equals wealth for future generations. Why? Because we're going to keep telling the truth in love, and we're going to do the work. Are you ready to do the work? Are you ready to stop all of your excuses? I know things are hitting you. I know things are coming your way, but are you ready? Are you ready to do something bigger, something greater, something that you haven't done before and that hasn't been seen before? It's in you. I know it is. I know it is, because God is no respecter of persons. If he did it for me, he could do it for you. I used to always say he did it for Oprah or whoever, this, that, and the other. Whoever he did it, he could do it for me too. Child, he could do it for you. I'm telling you, I believe it. So I want you to get ready, because 2023, the Jordan year, I am going hard like I've never gone before. 2022 was hard. There was death. There were many deaths. There was COVID. There was being stuck in the house. There was the Omicron variant. There was fatigue. There was depression. I experienced all of it. Okay. Went through most of it and still working through some of the other pieces of it. But let me tell you, God is real. And I know that what he has planned, the plans that he has for you, are to prosper you and not to harm you. These are plans to give you and I hope and a future. Hope and a future. So I think MC Lyte is here with us. I think she's going to say a few words. Let me see if I can get her on here. I'm not sure if she's coming outside or what she's doing. Let's see here. Okay, let me just see. Let me see if there are any questions. Feel free to raise your hand, and then I will see what I can do to get some of these questions answered. Okay, Ashley, you may unmute yourself. What's your question? I'm going to answer questions, and I'm going to get MC Lyte as well. Okay, let's see. Ashley, you may unmute yourself. Okay, not right now. Let me see. Lyte says she's in, but I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Okay, I'm going to make her a co-host. And then I'm going to ask her to unmute herself. Okay, Lyte, I know you had some things to share with our beautiful students, business partners, family, and friends. Lyte, are you there?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Good morning. It's wonderful to hear you this morning, Lynn. Excuse me. I'm just a couple of doors away from you, so I'm able to listen. And occasionally I've looked out and I've seen you in the midst of all that is you. You are a reflection of where you are right now. And that brings me great pleasure because I see how hard you work. And I also know that a day is coming when you will not have to put your elbow, your ankles, your fingertips, and everything else into the work. You will be able to see it and maneuver it from afar and still keep your sanity. I think while being here, good morning and good afternoon, wherever you are in the world today. Thank you, Lynn, for allowing me to take up some space here. And thank you all for just being here at this time because it is poignant, I should say. What I was talking with Lynn about last night is just a calmness that is resonating, not just in this space, but in us as we are here. And I thought calmness begots confidence. And those that have a plan, those that have a knowingness and a wisdom, those that come from an education, and I don't mean having to go to school because, or further your education, it means just knowing what you know. There's certain aspects of life that you know because you've lived them and you know when you know, right? So some of you have kids and you know how to keep them alive. You have kept them alive. You have raised them through trial and error. And some of you are in and have had relationships, and some of you have been in relationships so long. I just want you to write a book and tell us how you all did it. But you make it work through trial and error. And I just feel like mastering money, which is just an aspect of life, or wealth, if we look at the bigger picture that Lynn spoke about, womanhood, expansion, assets, leadership, transformation, and health, all of those aspects of life. It's about mastering them, but you don't have to do it through trial and error. And Lynn, when you talked about having Wealth University, and it being the only one of its kind, is a little bit about what I want to touch on today. There is nothing else like it. And so though many of us have to move through trial and error, that's not necessary here. You can actually look at the text that has been written, and you no longer have to go through a trial and error process, because there are protocols that can help you. Hence what Lynn talked about, what the wealthy do is they help one another. It becomes intrinsic, because when you're sitting down for a meal and you see someone doing harm to themselves, or you see them taking another route that's just more difficult, why not say to someone, you know what, it's better to have liquid that is room temperature so that your body doesn't fight with the food to digest it. And it's not pointing a finger that you're wrong for doing it that way. It's like, hey, let me just slide you this tip of mastery that I know. And so that's exactly what's happening with Wealth University. It's a wealth of knowledge at your fingertips. And it's not just enough to be a part of Wealth University. You actually have to use what it is that's being taught, because you can be around people that know a whole lot that won't even teach you, that won't even show you what they know, which is the bulk of the population. They just move and they teach their kids, and they might teach a couple of members of their family, but then sometimes family is too hard to teach. So you're like, I'm not even going to go. It shouldn't be difficult for me to show you what I know. But some people make it difficult to learn. You know, some people make it difficult for you to teach them. This is an area that you do not have to have your guard up. You can completely put your guard down so that you can let the knowledge in. You know, a lot of us build these walls to keep things out. You don't want that here. You want to completely remove the veil so that you can be seen, but also that you can see, and so that you can open up and let what's coming to you. I wrote, being here in Bali is teaching me there is no room for anxiety. Because even when you have the answers, even when you know what to do, you can also carry anxiety, which is not of God, it's fear. And anxiety never helped a person, place, or thing do anything that was admirable, anything that could move you in a realm of positivity. Level-headedness is what is necessary to make any choices that you will feel proudly about at a later date. And so, my sister Lynn, I just thank you. I thank you for what it is that you make available to the people at large. And I thank you for who you are to me in my personal life, because there's no benefit that either myself or the people at large get that the other doesn't. We all seek to benefit from the wealth of knowledge that you so happily bestow upon us at any given time. So thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everyone. We are headed to Cancun for the wealth experience in January. And for those of you who are able to join us, please do so. It's like nothing in the world. It's everything that anyone and everyone needs that they may think they don't.
Well, thank you so much, Lyte. Thank you for being here. Several of our Diamond and Platinum and Wealth Ambassador members have already been on the road with us to Orlando, to New York City for your 50th birthday. I should have said the number, huh? Because everybody thinks we're both 22. To New York for my birthday, to Vegas. We've had so many great times together, but they've been limited in nature, limited by, vaccine policies and procedures and COVID and outbreaks and so on and so forth. So I'm just, I'm excited about everything that is to come. So thank you, my sister, for being here. And as always, thank you for helping me carry this torch of wealth and for being an example and really a true light of wealth to the entire world. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I see some more questions, and I'd like to try to answer as many questions as I can. So if you will raise your hand, I will pass you the microphone. I'm going to say hello, aloha, welcome, assalamu alaikum, everything. All of the things all of the welcomes, and whatever ones I've missed, I say welcome in any language, in any love language that there is. And I'd like for us to get through our time together. Lyte did say something that was so important. Here in Bali, I'm watching people teach each other, and everybody's teaching and learning similar things, and everybody's teaching about health. But also, it was so funny because someone said, "Hey, why are you drinking that Red Bull?" And somebody said, "Well, you know what? Balance." So it's also a place where there is no judgment. There is balance. There is laughter. But one thing they're doing here is they're growing wealthy together, because they don't want to be wealthy alone. They don't want to be healthy alone. They don't want to be financially free alone. Nobody wants to build a resort and be the only one on it. Do you want to throw a family reunion in your own neighborhood that you create? Do you want to leave an inheritance for your children's children? All of these things. So me in acquiescing and submitting to everything that I can learn, that God has made possible for me to learn. I think I have to go to yoga at 7 o'clock, which is like in 13 minutes. I haven't even eaten anything, but you know what? I'm going to be all right. So in the interest of time, I want to get to as many questions as possible. So when you get the microphone, please go on and state your question, since we've already said our salutation to each other. Okay, excellent. All right, Charcel Williams, you may unmute yourself And what's your question or comment?
Good morning, Dr. Lynn.
Good
First,
morning.
I just come in honor of you, ma'am. I just want to say thank you so much for this amazing platform that you have provided. I have been a part of Wealth University for about a month. I've received my books on Friday, and I have my first consultation set up for Tuesday. And I am so looking forward to this consultation. I am excited about this information that you have provided. Right now, my situation is not the greatest. I am living from payday to midnight, literally. But I know, I believe in you, and that's enough that's going to get me through to know that my situation is going to change from what it currently is. And I just wanted to say thank you ma'am, from the bottom of my heart for what you have here. And I just look forward to learning and changing and growing in my wealth knowledge. Because right now my body is willing, but my mind definitely it's not able to carry me as you spoke of earlier. But I'm excited, and I just want to say thank you. That's all. Just thank you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such a blessing to hear you say that you're acknowledging where you are. You know you're not going to always be there. Music to my ears, you set up your first consultation. That's so important because so many people treat getting their money right just like weight loss. We all may say, well, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to exercise. As soon as it's time to go exercise, nobody's around, right? And that happens a lot of times. People reach out, they see a video, they see me on Instagram, they see me on TV or whatever, and they say, oh my God, I want to work with her. And then I send them all the work and then they all disappear. Not all, but many more people than I think should disappear do. And so, in business, they tell you, well, you're only going to get so many people. I'm like, no, 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 no. I know what their hearts said. I read your messages when you all send them. I know that you want to be free, but I know that the work scares you. I know that sometimes you have too much going on in life and you can't handle reading or signing in and this, that, and the other. But I'm going to tell you, you got to do the work. And we're going to be here with you for as long as it takes. Just don't give up. Even if you take a pause, just don't give up. So thank you so much for that. I honor you for that. Chandra, you may unmute yourself, Chandra. What's your question?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, Chandra. What's your question, dear?
Oh, I don't have a question either. I wanted to say thank you too, because I've been with you pretty much since the beginning. Like I receive a monthly income once a month. And when I first met, was introduced to you on social media, I started your classes as soon as you posted to purchase them. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna start with the little $20. Gotta work it with that. And I work my way up. And so right now it's been like 2.5 years. And I'm in a position where I can I have followed everything you told me to do. I'm gonna put it like that. From the home-based business, the entrepreneur, that's me. and I became that because of you. Like all of the fear I had, and you ate it up with your words, with your empowerment. I'm gonna put it like that. So I just wanted to say, thank you. And even if you out there and you want a fixed income, you can do this. I'm not saying it like if I did it, you can do it. I'm saying if you got the determination to do it, because I have the determination and I have done it. And everything she's saying, everything she presents, it's like the truth. Like it's nobody else out there doing what she's doing. Like everybody else, like, I learned in these last 2.5 years what some people got businesses and they don't want to understand what I'm telling them. Yeah. They don't want to understand because they've been stuck in their ways, but I appreciate you for everything. And I am an entrepreneur and I'm one of your first students, and I'm gonna show you that everything you taught me, I've been using it and I'm where I want to be, and it's because of you. And I say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You have no idea how much that just blessed my heart, man. Like, whew. I said that I don't dream anymore, but I actually do. I want you to be free. I want people to be free in every way. That's what I want. So thank you. Thank you for being a blessing and for teaching. Because when you learn, then you become a teacher. Let me see here. Okay, Audrey, you may unmute yourself, Audrey. What's your question? Audrey, there you go.
Hello, how you doing, Lynn? Oh
I
my
am excellent.
God, so excited to see and talk with you. I am very excited about the program. When I first listened to you, I think I found you like on social media, and I was really like brought home and touched with everything that you said, because it seems to be my experience. I'm 69 years old, and anybody that knows me knows that I have tried everything, about every program in the world, and has gotten nowhere. But I am so excited because your spiritual realm carries through to everything. And that was one of the things that made me want to come into the program, because I said, oh, we have somebody that can tell the truth now, somebody that's going to be spiritual. But my question is, I don't know, my question is that I'm still trying to get up on my feet with the business. And I'm confused because when you say do a home-based business, and then it says you're the sole proprietor, and then go to the bank and open up an account, I'm confused because I have credit problems, and I'm thinking if I open up a business account for my business with my social security number, it's gonna make the business bad too. I don't know, what should I do?
Well, if you opening a checking account isn't making the business bad. Opening a checking account is just exercising fiscal responsibility. So it's two different things. So in my course, How to Build Business Credit, I talk about the relationship between business and personal, and it's in the member portal there for you, Audrey. And if you have trouble getting to the member portal, just email us. And I've been working with my software developers, and my software, Lynn Richardson's New Wealth University World is on the way. Y'all will be able to log in and just point and see everything. And woo, I cannot wait. We've been working on it for 3 years, but yeah, you've got to do that. Now, if you're still having trouble, if you're confused about the steps, you need to take How to Start a Home-Based Business, and you need to take the Advanced Home-Based Business Bootcamp. Okay. If you have not taken the Advanced Home-Based Business Bootcamp, then reach out to the office, tell us to register you. I believe the Advanced Home-Based Business Bootcamp is available for Platinum and Diamond members and up. So, but if you're not a Platinum member, if you're a Wealth Ambassador, you can buy the class and then earn a commission of 50%. If you're an Entrepreneurs Academy member, you can get 20% off. Your discount codes and your welcome letter.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah, schedule a course selection appointment. They'll put the chat in the grid if you'd like to talk more about your program, to make sure that you're in the right program, because there's so many things happening new with the Platinum program and with the Diamond. The Diamond program has 10 different careers. So I have a speaker training, life coach certification, financial coaches boot camp. I've got the authors program. I've got the virtual assistant, the entertainment business, the manager's assistant, the podcast. There's so many things that you can learn how to do that are actually valuable skills. Social media manager training that can help you bring some money in, and that's in the Diamond program. And so you can dip into Diamond. Everybody doesn't have that amount of money to put down at one time, so you can dip into the Diamond program. So that's there too. But definitely take the Advanced Home-Based Business Bootcamp. Okay, dear?
Okay, thank you. Be blessed. I certainly do appreciate everything that you're doing.
No problem, no problem. And when you get your financial assessment, I'll also go through the things that you need to do as well, step by step. So you all don't have to worry about that. Okay, this is Valerie. Valerie, you may unmute yourself. What's your question? Please pardon, I'm out here in nature, okay? These
Yeah.
are mosquitoes and I don't know what they are, child, but they loud. They loud.
Yeah.
What's
Hi,
your
Lynn,
question?
this is Valerie. I just had a question about what is the Jordan year? I've seen you mention that lately.
What is the what?
Jordan year?
2023.
Well, what does that mean?
George's number was 23, and he's a champion multi-times over. One of the world's greatest. So 2023 is our Jordan year. It's the championship year for your finances.
Okay, well, I was also curious about what does it mean to be a diamond member? I'm not looking to start a business. We have a successful business, but I'm looking for tax strategies and ways to, like you say, to keep your money.
Yeah, well, all of that is available to you in the Diamond program. And my team has placed the link to the grid in the chat. So go grab that link. It's a course grid and it shows you everything that's in there, and it's 50% off, and down payments are accepted. It's a lifetime membership. So it's so many different things. I can't even say them all.
Yeah, I've been following you a while and I'm thinking, I'm always, looking to learn more. Actually a financial coach with Dave Ramsey, but I'm sure you have a lot of different aspects, that are different than Ramsey.
Absolutely. Many, many different aspects. Yeah, I think he's great. But what I do here is a different level, I should say. Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, thank you and have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the question. And go grab that link so you can see what's in the Diamond program. Alicia, you may unmute yourself. Alicia, what's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. I wanted to find out two things. I got a notice, and it was from the Department of Revenue, and I just wanted to ask, and it had to do with like back payments or something like that for when I did my taxes in 2019. So I was wondering about that. And
tell me what's the question you're wondering. So if you've got an issue with back taxes, I don't want to overstep, but it sounds like you have a question about back taxes. I have no answers. Okay. Because I don't have any information. You'd have to set up a consultation. All right. Okay. So one of the best ways to set up a consultation, I say the best plan is the platinum, because you get the consultation plus 2 years of membership. But some people say, I don't want all of that. So they'll pay almost the same thing for a one-time consultation. Mm-hmm. So feel free to email my office, reply to the email that invited you to this session, and request a consultation or join the platinum program. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I wish I could answer questions but I don't have any information to do so. I'd have to actually sit down and see what it all says in order to provide you with a truthful answer. Okay, this is Jean Lewis. I can't, it's Rick, and the sun is out here, so I can't really tell what it says.
Yes.
I'm out here in nature. Hi, what's your question?
Yeah. Hi, I'm so in awe of your program. I want to thank you like everyone else is thanking you. I'm new to the program. I've heard your information many times over, and you know how I'm gonna do it, and you just you keep popping up everywhere on my
and what's your question? Yeah, what's your question? I want to try to answer as many questions as possible, everybody, before they pull me off. What's your question?
Yes, you had mentioned, I think I was listening to something you had said, and it was mentioning about home-based businesses. You didn't need an EIN, or you didn't need a you just needed your first name. How does that work with having a home-based business without the EIN?
So you want to take the class. It's a 2-hour answer.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, there are no easy answers to hard questions. That's in how to start a home-based business. The next class is on Saturday, December 3rd, okay?
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, I go through everything step by step so you can understand it. Because the
Awesome.
reason why people don't understand things is because they hear one part of it, but they don't understand how it all works together. So that's why you hear people saying sometimes, well, they said, or I heard. And really, we don't know what anybody said because we want to get the whole thing right, okay? Let me just see here. Let's see here. This is Kimmy. Kimmy, please unmute yourself. Apologize for getting all
Good
up in the
morning,
screen, you
Dr.
guys.
Lynn.
Hi, what's your question?
My question actually is related to the class you're going to be having on Saturday. For religious reasons, I won't be able to join on Saturday. Would you be having the classes on other days, probably other
We
days?
definitely have classes on many other days.
Okay.
So my
Okay.
recommendation is that you sign up for the class that you want. And if you miss it,
Yeah.
you'll be invited to the next day. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. And
Oh,
enjoy your
awesome.
day. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Great question. Let's see here. Siobhan, you may unmute yourself. What's your question? Siobhan.
Hi,
unmute
Dr.
yourself. What's your
Richardson, can
question?
you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Hi. Yes, my question was, once again, thank you. You're very, very much appreciated.
Thank
Love
you.
what you do. I actually signed up with a class with you a little while ago. I don't think they have any track record because I'm trying to look myself back up, but said it has no account. So where should I begin? Just pretend like I'm starting from scratch. What class?
So you want to
what route should I
sign up
go?
for a new class?
Yes.
You may want to do the course options appointment, but you should just email our office at shop@newwealthuniversity.info so we can help you find what you had and then connect you to your next step. But you can also click the link in the chat, the course options link, and you can take a look at the course grid if you know what you want to do, okay?
Okay, thank you much and blessings to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, and Katrina, I thought we don't have a question. Michael, okay, Michael, what's your question? Michael, what's your question? Going once?
Can you hear me,
There
Lynn?
you go. What's your question?
Hey, Lynn. I don't have a question. I was part of the entrepreneur program. I just want to tell you, Lynn, I wrote off $5,000. I'm getting back $5,000 this year because of what you taught me.
Wow.
I know that because I had a hurdler. Like, used to be TurboTax.
Yep.
So I got the hurdler. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. And you
So
actually you can document it. You know who, what, when, where, why, and how much.
I followed
Doesn't it
everything
feel good when
said.
you have that kind of power?
Listen to every video back to back. Like a lot of these questions that people asking, I'm looking like, yo, you gotta just keep listening. Once you understand, you'll find a full thing. But I do have a question. Now, I did get out of the entrepreneur program because I was like, I had to move and everything else. But now that I'm getting everything back, I'm trying to get back in. Do I have to pay that $250 again, or
no?
Or do I?
No.
I don't have to pay the $250 again.
All you have to do is reactivate for $49, and whenever you cancel. But if you want all the new stuff, the new books, you may want to do the annual program for $399. So you could do $49 a month, which will cost you about $600 a year, or you can do the annual program for $399 for the whole year, or you can do the platinum program for $499 for 2 years. So it's up to you. Do what your budget says. Don't try to jump if you can't get over there. But I just always like to share with you, okay?
Oh no, I got you. I just want to say to the person who got to pay in back taxes, I had to pay $3,000. That done got paid off, and I'm getting $2,000 more just because of what she taught me this year coming up. So I understand.
Come on now.
That was very much patience. I know how much power that holds. So you don't know how much of a smile and a Christmas present that you gave me at the beginning of this year. So I really want to thank you very, very much.
Amen. Amen. And on that note, I want everybody to go to thrivetax.net, www.thrivetax.net. Request your pre-filing analysis. We do a whole global program for your finances, so we can get ready for tax season. So God bless you all. Thank you so much. I think they're gonna screen me out of here, these little bugs and stuff. God bless you all. Thank you so much.